I've always been drawn to Baroque music. I had started on the recorder, and I got to play early music back then. And the more I played recorder, the more cool music I got to play. So I was drawn to it when I started playing the cello as well. I think Baroque music is really cool in part because I feel like there's something about this music that when we play it on the instruments of the time, it's like we're dusting off centuries of ideas about how the music was played and seeing it as it's brand new. So we're looking at it from before as something that you're just discovering as opposed to something that's part of the old-fashioned early music that people have played for centuries. When the old instrument I had started rattling right after a Messiah performance, I needed to get it fixed quickly. There's a maker dealer named Kurt Bryant who lives near my house. And I brought my cello in. He said, I'll take it overnight, and if there are seams that need fixing, I'll take care of it. But I just came back from London, and there was an auction, and there's this amazing cello, and you have to see it. You can take it home. Well, I did take it home, and I never brought it back. It was this cello that I'm now playing by John Joseph Merlin. Merlin was a Belgian inventor who lived in London in the 1700s, and he made my instrument in 1784. And he was an unusual inventor in that he had interests in many different things. He made wheelchairs, he made measurements for gold, he made a silver swan that's a life-size music box that now lives in a museum and gets played once a day. And he actually is credited with being the inventor of roller skates. And he had an instrument workshop. And in that workshop, he made instruments. He also made instruments sound better. So he promised that he could make your English instruments sound Italian. Merlin stamped his instruments, so it has not only stamps of his name and that he was in London in a couple of different places, but it also has a stamp with a number. Nobody's really sure of his numbering system. It doesn't seem to be actually consecutive. So I took the Merlin instrument home and I started to play on it, and it felt like it was my soulmate. I was in love with it almost immediately. It has a really deep, warm sound, a nice tenor voice, and it's easy to play all around. And I just had to have it. So the other cello stayed at the shop, and I never saw it again. So to an audience member, there might not be a whole lot of difference to seeing a Baroque instrument versus a modern instrument, but because we're playing on the instruments of the time period in a way that would have been recognized by the composers, we can make that music come to life in a way as if it's new again. The sounds may be softer, but they're warmer, they're lighter, we can play more quickly, we can play much more in the way that the music was intended, just because the instruments teach us how to play. And it makes me think that this is what this music should have sounded like. It's just, you know, it's like the instrument vibrates an extra little bit more. Like it's just really comfortable there. And to think that I'm playing music by Haydn or Mozart or their contemporaries on instruments that would have been brand new back then, it's just really, I love it.
child is born.